Yeah, 1919 it says. I guess I'm gonna have to use that up because if it says 1919 on the Curvic 19 on my son's birthday 7/12/19, then I was just kind of like fooling around to show everyone this homemade candle joint with the oil in it and the candle wax made of oil. It's a couple broken incense in there, cigarette butt in there, and I got water right by the side of me in case it sparks up anything. But this is all being done as a shrine and ritual to make something happen. You know, have some movement in the people who tend to find me as difficult to deal with, suffer of guns, stabbings, and knives, and shootings, and bats and stuff. I'm justified in my outlook on life. And it ain't all gloomy, it's just factual. My outlook on life is factual. People tend to say, life is what you make it. Not all the times. Life is what you make of it based on what type of other influences cause you to fall off track and then to get back on track. Someone else's actions that play a part in your life, no matter how long that your recovery period is not positive. When people play a part in your life and it's positive, that's hardly even mentioned because it's one of those, yeah, that's good, and let's talk about something else. Negativity always turns up more of a theme and subject matter than positivity, like with the news stations and stuff. They yeah, that's my bloody triangle right there. Psych, I just made that up. But they're like the side of a fish on the holder. And then, that's my little education center with the brush on top. That's my little graduation picture. My own brother said it too. But look at how good your graduation doing you now. Yeah, it is. It means it got me a job for 15 years, and I put all the work in. Ooh, that cat focus pretty nice. Again, it's my aunt. That's my grandma Teresa on the left. My aunt Bobbie Jean, who just passed on 2/2/2020. Charles KAREEM Barrett, who you're going to hear about a lot in this. He owe me 75. Michael David Pierce, my namesake David, birthday 9/30, same as mine. He owe me 75. See, when y'all hear this, what they owe me part, it's to relieve them. Because I'm going to go for mine and let you wiggle your way into some ridiculous reason why you're not going to pay me. Because of it being a long-term debt. So what? It's still in your resourceful recuperating and recycling of money that you supposedly look at as a debt and a loan and put into proper use the way it was put into proper use for you. And I'm not even rocking no music on this one. Because I've been getting blocked a lot with that old, rights ain't mine and stuff. But I also was interrupted. I text messaged him last night. Charles, did you send the money? You got it down to 40. He got it down to 40. So this joint going hard. I'm going to see if this help close it out a little bit. So, but it can't do nothing wrong. This metal can't burn. So, oh, by the way, yes, that's from the Goodwill on Baltimore Avenue here in Lansdowne. That picture frame in front of Goodwill on Lansdowne Avenue with the heart. That little insignia thing I have on the left-hand side there. Not sure what it represents. I know it could be like a candle burning or something, but I found it and kept it, put it somewhere. That little bubble thing there, and it had a little capsule full of the liquid incense, but it wasn't on tight. So when I opened it, it spilled all out, mostly all of it. And then I have another paperweight that was only the Taurus the Bull. It was the only one they had. I said, oh my God. Deja's birthday of 5/19 is turned out to be more than a curse than a blessing, man. Only because of her doing it. I don't let it be that way personally, because I keep trying. But we're going to do this based on that first. We're going to go right to 519 James. And I'll be calling off this because I know it, and even though I know it and share it with folks, they don't even though if they don't believe in it, they still gotta acknowledge that it was written. You know, for all you Bible skeptics, let's just say 85% of this stuff in here was truthful and delivered with the utmost of credibility and therefore otherwise. So you got this. You got 1 Timothy chapter 6. We're gonna hit that too, but not now. That's the one about money being the root of all evil. Whereas everyone who covers money and holds on to it to the degree where it belongs to somebody else in a number of years and so forth from now on. For I am the least of the apostles, unfit to be called an apostle, because I persecuted the church of God. As Paul giving you a straight up confession that I had no idea. Wait a minute now, where the heck is James? Romans started all out, but I don't know. Well, anyway, James 5:19 states that if someone should veer off the path of righteousness and heading towards sinful existence or devastation, let he, the one who brings back that person back onto the righteous path, and by doing so save him from death and a multitude of sins. Like a multitude of sins. Like, wow, you just saved him from his old sinful ways, which I thought Hebrews was the last one. That's where we were at today. Hebrews 10, based on my church. See, and I went in my book, and on chapter 10, I just highlighted some stuff along with it today. But chapter 10, only chapter shown on this page, which sometimes you can get multiple chapters or whatever. And in this case, chapter 10, only chapter on this page, but then boom, 208, that's 10. 2 plus 8 is 10. Or 28, the forbidden number. The forbidden number that is forbidden based on who... shit. See, I knew that was going to happen. Hold on. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. And not too concerned about it happening again in here. But yeah, if it gets too smoky, it's too smoky. That's what we're working with. Turn this up a little bit more. Yeah, this is what I do. This is my rest haven. I have my other little joint here doing a small video. So anyway, see, I got right to 28, and that's what I'm saying. I believe heavily into my philosophies behind what they are, but look at that. I didn't even notice that before. See that? Hebrews 9:2-8. For those who believe, please believe mightily. This ain't no mystery behind things. And also, it says chapter 9, verse 28. And verse now we're getting a little bit shaky because that fire getting stirred up a little bit more. We're talking about some things that will rock the cradle of the existence of these people that's causing a lot of friction in my world. Now, being that as it may, 28, boom, there's 28 right there circled. 1028 or another 1010, there's 20 years. 2020 is a year. But these last two verses I highlighted here, and we'll still pick up on that James 5:19. I'm fluent now. I'm a little bit more controlling of my thoughts as opposed to having racing thoughts and running thoughts. And that little dish in there, that belongs to Daniel Gordiasi, who passed away from my group on 10/21. See this? October 21. They go chant to number 10 right there. and her name was Danielle. And Kelly Danielle Draper, Well and Townsend, whatever. I just asked her, what was your middle name? And she held back like I was the investigative, Census Bureau or some shit. Like, I already know what your middle name is. You're acting weird and stuff, so her whole world just went into a total, whirlpool of, in reverse, a spinning whirlpool in reverse, taking her back to her memories of when we were super cool, and a guilty conscience must have beat her up because there wasn't nothing going on. We talking, texting, that's it. I'm not grabbing you, hugging on you, doing nothing that may have happened multiple years ago. However, either you kind of wanted it to happen or wanted me to try or like what? Like all this old extra, reading somebody's mind when you ain't been in regular company for many, many years. So in 27, in case you are already reading it, 7/12/01, which is also 20, 7 plus 12, 19 plus 01, that's 20. So that's my son's birthday today. And, it's an Amy thing birthday, and my pastor's birthday is tomorrow, the 13th. Tamika Miki birthday is tomorrow. So what we're going to do, we're going to do it that way. See how 27 starts out that? They go to 7 again. Anyway, so 27 says, and just as it is appointed for man to die. Wait, I was looking through the phone. Okay, yeah. And just as it is appointed for men to die once, and after that comes judgment. Number 28. So Christ, having been offered once to bear the sins of many, will appear a second time, but not to deal with sin, but to save those who are eagerly waiting for him. And that might be the ones who are sinful or not sinful. That's a little bit confusing, but it's still point on direct. And I'm just going to read that first part on number 10. For since the law has been but a shadow of the good things to come instead of the true form of these realities, it can never, by the same sacrifices which are continually offered year after year, make perfect those who draw near. Wow. Laws can never make perfect those who draw near. And then we come over here to 10, 19. I'm not going to read all of that, but 19. And then I'm going to go right straight down to 29. That's Shantae number 29. But anyway, we could do 28 just to stay consistent. So it says here, 26. Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. And let us continue how to stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near. And that's like the day drawing near, this COVID-19 stuff and riots, Black Lives Matter. Okay, it says, for if we sin directly after receiving the knowledge of the truth, there no longer remains a sacrifice for sins, but a fearful prospect of judgment and a fury of fire which will consume the adversaries. A man who has violated the law of Moses dies without mercy at the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. How much worse punishment do you think will be deserved by the man who has spurned the Son of God and profaned the blood of the covenant by which he was sanctified, and outraged the Spirit of grace? For we know him who said, vengeance is mine, I will repay. And again, that was verse 30. 30 is my birthday, 9:30. Says, for we know him who said, vengeance is mine, I will repay. And again, the Lord will judge his people. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. And, I told my brother that too. I said, man, I'm the child of the living God. I don't know what's up with you, dog. You keep playing with me. And it was 34. And then verses, so you listen to this. Chapter 9 has 28 verses. 928 is the number. We don't eradicate. We have to kind of like eradicate in our mind. And then chapter 10, which is what we were studying in church today online, has 39 verses. 1039. So right there, that 3 and 9 is 930. So I follow this heavily with the numerology in my brain. Of course, some people don't have to. But anyway, so I just started with number 38. But the righteous one shall live by faith. And if he shrinks back, my soul has no pleasure in him. If he shrinks back, And if he shrinks back, my soul has no pleasure in him. But we are not of those who shrink back and are destroyed, but of those who have faith and keep their souls. Have faith and keep their souls. And then look at it, right to it. John 5:19. I took that thing, I'm chirping for. You got a light on, but the battery's going. Anyway, so, but above all, my brethren, do not swear either by heaven or by earth or yet or with an oath, any other oath. But let your yes be yes and your no be no, that you may not fall under condemnation. And that's the mugs who we want to pay back debts. And this one, my brethren, if anyone who wanders from the truth and someone brings him back, let him know that whoever brings back a sinner from the error of his ways will save his soul from death and will cover a multitude of sins. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. It ain't that hard. Matthew, and then we're going straight to 7:12, which is chapter 7, Matthew. What it says up top, judge not that ye be judged, for with the judgment you pronounce, you will be judged. At that measure you give, and the measure you give will be returned to you. This will be the measure you get. And then this one, ask and it will be given you. Okay, we ain't gonna do that one. All right, we're doing 7:12. That's the days. Remember the 7:12 birthdays, guys? Okay, yeah, we're gonna do 7:12, and here it is. It states, we're going to do 7, 12, 13, and 14, because it's all symbolic, and I'll explain that in a second. So now we got 2 minutes. 7:12 says, so whatever you wish that men would do to you, do so to them, for this is the law and the prophet. That's the golden rule verse. 7:12. This is more. It's just about as powerful as a commandment in my mind. You know, I'm not really going to question, or try to align it up with a commandment that Moses had to actually collapse the whole the tablets first of all, and then do it all over. But now that was 12. Here's 13. This is the ones that are really powerful. 13 and 14 it says, enter by the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the way is easy that leads to destruction, and those who enter by it are many. And then the next one says, for the gate is narrow and the way is hard that leads to life, and those who find it are few. And be aware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Okay, and then since I only got like a minute left, I forgot where I was going to go at with this last minute. But anyway, I'll just say, yeah, look at that boy right there. When you are donning a cap and gown, that whole time frame that you're wearing that cap and gown up until the point where you graduate, accept your diploma or high school degree, whatever it is, and you shutting things down, you have forever embodied someone who graduated something or another. So as I send out this, God, thank you for the blessings you have rendered upon me, and I hope that in your name, Jesus' name, and by the losses I've had on this picture here, that you continue to protect me in all ways.